got too many sixes in there. I gotta break that up, man. I need to read scripture, man.
Yee!
What's going on between y'all, man?
Alright, guys. Welcome to our Sabbath reading, man. We are here today to go through the Word of Yahweh and the set apart Spirit to find out more about our generational living,
Generation.
our
So,
background, our real history. That's what we're going over. And in Yahweh's name, please guide us to successfully reach your message and gain the knowledge that you wanted us to have. Amen.
amen.
And the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, do not take a wife, nor have sons or daughters in this place. For thus said Yahweh, concerning the sons and daughters who are born in this place, and concerning their mothers who bear them, and their fathers who bring them forth in this land. They shall die of deaths from diseases, and they shall not be lamented nor buried, but be like dung on the face of the earth, and be consumed by sword and by scarcity of food. And their corpses shall be meat for the birds of the heavens, and for the beasts of the earth. For thus said Yahweh, do not enter the house of mourning, neither go to lament or mourn for them. For I have withdrawn my peace from this people, declares Yahweh, even the loving commitment and the compassions. Both great and small shall die in this land. They shall not be buried, and no one shall lament for them, or cut themselves, or make themselves bald for them. Neither shall they break bread in mourning for them, to comfort them for the dead, nor give them a cup of comfort to drink for their father or their mother.
Do not enter the house of feasting, sit with them, to eat and drink, for thus said Yahweh of hosts, Elohim of Israel, for your eyes and in your day. I am making the voice of rejoicing and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, the voice of the bride to cease in this place. Then it shall be, when you declare to this people all these words, that they shall say to you, why has Yahweh pronounced all this great evil against us? What is our crookedness, and what is our sin that we have committed against Yahweh our Elohim? Then he shall say to them, because your fathers have forsaken, declares Yahweh, and have walked walked after other mighty ones, served them and bowed themselves to them, and have forsaken me, and did not guard my Torah, and you have done more evil than your fathers. For look, each one walks according to the stubbornness of his own evil heart, without listening to me. I shall throw you out of this land into a land that you do not know, neither you nor your fathers, and there you shall serve other mighty ones day and night, for I show you no favor. Therefore, see, the days are coming, declare Yahweh, when it is no longer said, Yahweh lived, brought up the children of Israel from the land of Mitzrayim.
But Yahuwah lives who brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands where he had driven them. But I shall bring them back into their lands and I gave to their fathers. See, I'm sending for many fishermen, declares Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after that I shall send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and every hill, and out of every holes of the rocks. For my eyes are on their ways, for my eyes are on all their ways. They have not been hidden from my face, nor has their crookedness been hidden from my eyes. And at first I shall repay double for their crookedness and their sins, because they have defiled my land with the dead bodies of their disgusting matters, and have filled my inheritance with abominations. O Yahuwah. my strength and my stronghold and my refuge. In the days of distress, the nations shall come to you from ends of the earth and say, our fathers have inherited only falsehood, futility, and there is no value in them. Would a man make a mighty man one from himself? Would a man make mighty ones for himself, which are not mighty ones? Therefore, see, I am causing them to know that this time I cause them to know my hand and my might, and they shall know that my name is Yahweh.
Sheesh.
The powers.
Well,
There is. Go ahead, Big.
I was gonna say from what we read before, Yahweh was already mad at him for disobeying, and he started to give up on him. But now he just gave up on him and said they're gonna see who Yahweh is.
Hmm. They will see. Hold on, there was some things that got lost in what I highlighted. All right, let me first get these two then. These three. Being the being that this is a history book, a book of moral compass, a story from father to son, a story from kings. Like it's a book of in a bloodline for kings to rule and the story of all in one, right? I picked up from being like just a junior detective, right? How they even mourned for theirs prior to them losing and falling grace. Like if you go to Yirmeyahu in the 16th chapter, the 6th verse through 8, it says, both great and small shall die in this land. They shall not be buried, and no one shall lament for them, or cut themselves, or make themselves bald for them. They were doing that. Like, these are things like, don't do this, right? Neither shall they break bread in mourning for them, comfort them for their dead, nor give them the cup of comfort to drink for their fathers or their mothers. Do not eat in the house of feasting and sit with them to eat and drink. But thus says the host, but thus says Yahweh, the host, the Elohim of Israel, right? Like I'm gonna stop right there. Sorry, but like these like it were things where you understand. It's like, look, we're the God of the living. Like you guys are doing worshiping and practice of a God of the dead. Like don't do these things for them. Like don't pay reverence. Don't even cut your head, boil your head. Like don't do that. You know what I'm saying? They be like pouring wine for them. Don't do none of that. Right? Like we are the living. Like this is a living God. You're inheriting the earth. He's saying like we're not dying to be, oh man, now we're in the dead. No, like that's the resting, that's the gestation period. Like we're resting now. You know what I mean? Like you will be judged. You're being judged now. You can probably hear your book being open for when you're making decisions now if you're conscious enough. Oh, there was another part that got me. All right, so another thing that connects with that, right? When you come on down to the 18th verse, so it's like, and I'm catching this, but there's more to it. This it says, and first I shall repay double for their crookedness and their sins, because they had defiled my land with dead bodies of their disgusting matters, and I fill my inheritance with abomination. Like, guys, These things are still going on. So it's for us to have strength and refuge in His Word in this day and time, right? Because we're the future. When it says in 19, O Yahweh, O Yahuwah, my strength and my stronghold and my refuge. In the day of distress, the nations shall come to you from the ends of the earth and say, our fathers have inherited only falsehood, futility, and there's no value in them.
Mm.
These guys are still talking about idolatry, but it's in so many, it's like, it's one word like love. It's one word that can have so many different meanings and could make you do so many different things, right? That one word. Idolatry has that same kind of uh, shining or that same kind of allure. Right? You can have idolatry of self. You can build inside of you an image of yourself that you put nothing higher than the Most High. But it can happen. Like they're pumping it. American Idol. You. That's the first rebellion. Like, and that's the easiest. You know what I'm saying, like, we are here to guard it, right? And once we're guarding it, we get powers. We get like rank ups, more camels, whatever you, however you could see it. But you're building up your spiritual. I mean, like your the brands on your ammo is just the laws, the name, right, on your heart. Like these are things that's just getting branded into you. Like it's not. You don't have to physically do it. It's just in the spiritual part. Like how Naruto got the Leaf Village emblem on his forehead, it'll be the symbol of Yahweh. When you like we walking like that, you just I got the that's your cloak. Your clothes, I mean, it's just a representation or expression of really you walking in your spiritual armor. And this is how you tighten it up. You keep it humble for him. You know what I'm saying? You fear him, right? And you don't even lose the first love. So people be mourning for the dead. Like there's gonna be, don't get me wrong, there's gonna be some people you go in their houses, they're gonna be shrines.
Mm.
And these shrines are really being mourning for the dead. It's not just okay, remember grandma? Like these people be really giving energy into that. It'll be small things that you'll catch and you'll notice amongst your own people. And then you'll come to understand it's like, it's the lack, they don't have the wisdom or the understanding. Wisdom of the understanding of what? The ways of the Most High. What's that for us? These laws. What's that for us in these days? Because they've been, these laws for when we were in the land, they've been broken. Now there's going to be laws on when we go back.
Mm.
So it's tighten up and tuning yourself to get to that point from your whole existence. So like you are, we had this, you're almost connected to every point in time, especially when you're touching scripture. Because right now we saw their time, but their time is also connected and it has some symmetry that now, depending on where you're standing, my guys, not to say we're able to bend in full time, but we're able on these Sabbaths, we're able to be in that past fourth dimension, especially when you're delving into the spiritual realm, understanding this. So I'm just say this because I it's gonna there's spiritual contracts. Remember that's what a covenant is, right? It's cosmic contracts. So like that's another word. Like so even when you make a deal with yourself, that's a cosmic spiritual contract. So now what you say in front of others only gives you, with this understanding, with this wisdom, with this discernment that we're praying for, being reproved through the word, we get elevated to rule or to administer. So it's not something you're supposed to be with the nations. It's not something you're supposed to be scared of. You're pious to him, but you're not even scared of their faces. Mm. Shoot,
I'm sucking that one
this one was a good one.
in.
All right, on to the next.
27 a long time.
Wow, 27.
That means that. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Let's do this.
The sin of Yehuda is written with a pen of iron, engraved with the point of a diamond on the tablet of their heart, and on the horns of your slaughter places. Excuse me. While their children remember their slaughter places and their Asherim by the spreading trees on the high hills, my mountain in the field, I give as plunder your wealth, all your treasures, your high places of sin, throughout all your borders. And you, even for yourself, shall let go of your inheritance which I gave you. And I shall make you serve your enemies in a land which you have not known. For you have kindled a fire in my displeasure, which burns forever. Thus said Yahweh, Cursed is the man who whoa, cursed is the man who trusts in man, and makes flesh his arm, and whose heart turns away from Yahweh. For he shall be like a shrub in the desert, and not see when good comes, and shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, a salt land that is not inhabited. Blessed is the man who trusts in Yahweh, and whose trust is Yahweh. For he shall be like a tree planted by the waters, where it spread out its roots by the river, and does not see when heat comes. And his leaf shall be green, and in the year of drought he is not anxious, nor does he cease from yielding fruit. The heart is crooked above all, and desperately sick. Who shall know it?
I, Yahweh, search the heart. I try the kidneys and give every man according to his ways, according to the fruit of his deeds. As a partridge that broods but does not hatch, so is he who gets riches, but not by right. It leaves him in the midst of his days, and at his end he is a fool. Esteemed throne, exalted from the beginning, is the place of our set apart place. O Yahweh, the expectation of Israel, all who forsake you are put to shame. Those who depart from me shall be written in the earth, because they have forsaken Yahweh, the fountain of living waters. Heal me, O Yahweh, so that I am healed. Save me, so that I am saved. For you are my praise. See, they say to me, where is the word of Yahweh? Let it come now. I have not run away from you, or from being a shepherd who follows you, nor have I longed for the desperately sick day. You yourself have known that which came out of my lips. was before you. Do not be a ruin to me. You are my shelter in the day of evil. Let these who prosecute me be put to shame, but do not let me be put to shame. Let them be broken, but do not let me be broken. Bring on them the day of evil. Destroy them with double destruction.
Thus says Yahuwah, said to me, go and stand in the gate of the children of the people, by which the sovereigns of Yehuda come in and by which they go out, and in all the gates of Jerusalem. And you shall say to them, hear the words of Yahuwah, the sovereign of Yehuda, and all Yehuda, and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, who enters by these gates. Thus says Yahweh, guard yourself, and bear no burden on the Sabbath day, nor bring it in by the gates of Jerusalem, nor take a burden out of your house on the Sabbath day, nor do any work, and you shall set apart the Sabbath day as I commanded your fathers, but they did not obey or incline their ears, and they made their necks stiff, not to hear, not to receive instruction. And it shall be, if you diligently obey me, says Yahweh, to bring in no burdens through these gates of these cities on the Sabbath day, and set apart the Sabbath day, do no work in it. Sovereigns and the heads sitting on the thrones of David shall enter in the thrones of the gates of the city, riding in chariots and on horse, and they and their heads, men of Yehuda, and inhabitants of Jerusalem, and the city shall be inhabited forever. And they shall come in from the cities of Yehuda, and from the places around Jerusalem, and from the land of Benjamin, and from the low country, and from the mountains, and from the south, bringing ascending offerings and slaughtering, bringing offerings and incense, bringing offerings of praise to the house of Yahuwah. But if you do not obey me to set apart the Sabbath day, do not bear a burden entering the gates of Jerusalem on the Sabbath day, I shall kindle a fire in its gates, and shall consume the palaces of Jerusalem, and not be quenched. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Wow, big. Help me out there, friend.
Man, Yahweh always gives his people a chance.
Heavy.
And he's trying to tell them it's not that hard.
Like, there's things that just run past me, right? That's on like, I don't understand how people say we got smarter. Like jumping into Yirmeyahu, just jumping right into it, right? 17th chapter, the first verse. It says, the sins of Yehuda is written with a pen of iron, engraved with the point of a diamond on the tablet of their hearts and on the horns of your slaughtering places. To think about that technology, it's a pen and iron, like the marvels that just go past us. We think we're the smartest because we have like certain technologies at our disposal now. You just imagine what they had then,
Facts.
right?
We have digressed.
I really believe, and this is now just my conjecture, and hopefully my heart's in the right place saying it, that there is a spiritual powers inheritance you can possess. I mean, you can inherit. I just said it, right? It's tapping into certain harmonies. Just like when you hear a certain song, it just gives you a certain vibration.
Yeah.
right? The moon, like yeah, even water get vibration. So if you can tap into that, and right now, beautiful terms like wisdom and knowledge and discernment. Like if you can tap into those, right? It's almost like there's a word I learned the other day called polymath. It's like being um, astute in all multiples or all disciplines that you can find yourself in. For instance, like geometry, you can be proficient in that, and also bioengineering, like having the space and time to think like that, like being proficient in Call of Duty, but then being proficient in like you can be a polymath in that, like multiple disciplines, like get high. You know what I'm saying? Like Halo, you killing it. Then Call of Duty, you killing it. You see what I'm saying? Like, but in different academics. But like to get there, you have to have some understanding of the Most High. Period. And people that keep acting like they don't, they do, right? And now it's like choosing the side you want to stand on, as you can elevate on the left and the right hand side. You can elevate on the side that he, you know what I'm saying? Like, because remember, there's of two sons, there's one he loves and one he hates, right? Like, one he despises. Like, you can be standing in that bloodline. You can be standing to be serving, so join, walk with that energy. You can act. So tapping into that superpower is more like accessing keys. Like, all right, I'm giving keys and access to this in reverence, because when it's all said and done, I understand that there'll be a book that'll be open, and everything, all the decisions made with or without the knowledge, even the repentant part, will be tallied up, and that will gain entrance or not. So it's that understand, like guys, if you just keep these rhythms, like going down to it, like you just keep the Sabbath day, what you was talking about, babe. I mean, it was there. If you just keep this, I will give you the land. He's not saying you, when you die, you come back, you're gonna be okay. I will give you this. I will give you the land now. Keep the Sabbath day holy, because we know it's gonna come. So he's sending his peoples to save his peoples. Like guys, like let's just do the right thing and get rewarded. We were meant to be nobility. We were meant to rule.
Everlasting peace.
Exactly. I mean, if we take the time to think about it, but that's all we really need is time to think about it. Things go right when we're in our right state of mind. So why not have it? Like, why stop your flow? This is you're tapping into a flowing, what they, a living waters, as I described, a fountain of living water. That's the best way to describe the Most High, right? And it's down there. I highlighted it. Highlighted it in the Yirmeyahu, the 17th chapter, in verse 13. He said, "O Yahweh, the expectation of Israel, all forsake you are put to shame. Those who depart from me shall be written in the earth, because they have forsaken Yahuwah, the fountain of living waters." That's how he's described. It, remember, guys, it was so marvelous that because they had a dirty heart, the spirit covered. They still had that Nephilim taint on them, and we do too. But it was stinky. Like it would just eradicate. They couldn't even go. Only Moses. You know what I'm saying? Only he can get up there. They couldn't go. Their heart was. You guys are still worshiping idols. You can't get next to me. Oh, beloveds, I saw Uncle Jonesy the other day. He's happy. He's in his right place, right? The energy I felt like was like I dapped him up like I never dapped up and hung Uncle Jonesy. I don't know why. But when I saw him, I did it. Like, this is practice for Uncle Marvin. It was a, like, and I mean, he was just in his right mind. So I'm like, yeah, spirit, like, he could tell you now spirit possessions are real. Because now that he's in his right mind, they will tell you, man, I don't know what came over me. It's a possession. Like, yes, you do know. You just don't want to get that far because you still think
Mm.
it's you. You still think you're the center of the universe. Well, you're part of a group. You're part of a family. You're part of a you have a whole system. You have a, like, people, they lie and say indivisible, under justice, under God. So that's their God. We have the supreme. Our God is not the God of the dead. It's living God. Once you tap into that, your mind state will be living. So yes, your days on earth will be prolonged because guess what you tapped into? Your armor is being refueled and designed to be on earth. Like, that's the destination. That's what people are. It's to be on earth for eternity in this body. In this spirit, that spiritual armor that we're building will be part of the body, the shell. When we and we're coming through that David gate, our Messiah gate. That's why we got to come with Yahya. That's why we got to come with our King, because that's how we walk in there. Just like the children wasn't clean enough, they had to walk. We need that intercessor. We can be baby intercessors, though. That gives us more rank. And you know this, man. The Guardians. Sorry, shoot, man. I know you had like 30 minutes. This time you could do it for 45. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, rip it, sir.
Well, actually, I'm still talking that one in.
Ah!
I'm soaking that one in.
He said I had to switch it up since Bree gave me that thumbs up.
Okay. Oh Lord. I know the numbers. Take it away from me, Rick.
Wait, what's the numbers?
Two people have 8. One person gonna have 7.
Alright, I'll take the
No,
7. The
that's it.
word which came to Yirmeyahu from Yahweh, saying, Arise and go down to the potter's house, and there I let you hear my words. So I went down to the potter's house, and saw him doing a piece of work on the wheel. And the vessel that he made of clay was ruined in the hand of the potter. So he remade it into another vessel, as it seemed good to the potter to do. Then the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, O house of Israel, am I not able to do with you as this potter? Declares Yahweh. Look at, look at, look, as the clay is in the hand of the potter, so are you in my hand, O house of Israel. The moment I speak concerning a nation and concerning a reign, to pluck up, to pull down, and to destroy it.
and that nation, and that nation shall turn from its evil, as I have spoken against it. Then I shall repent of the evil that I thought to do. Excuse me, that I thought to do to it, turning a nation reign, build and to plant. It shall do evil eyes, saying my voice. I shall repent, which I spoke of doing to it. And now speak to the men of Yehuda. the inhabitants of Yerushalayim, saying, thus said Yahweh, see, I am forming you, devising a plan against you. Return now everyone from his evil your ways and your deeds. But they shall say, no use. It is no use, for we walk according to each one the stubbornness of his evil heart. Therefore, thus said Yahweh, ask now among the nations, who has heard the like of this? The maiden of Israel has done what is most. Does the snow of Lebanon cease field, or the cool flowing waters from afar dry up? But my people have forgotten me. They have burned incense to what is false. They have stumbled from their ways, in ancient paths, of walking bypaths, and not on the highway.
To make their lands become ruin, a hissing forever. Everyone who passes by it is appalled and shaking his head. I shall scatter them as with an east wind before the enemy. I shall show them the back and not the face in the day of their calamity. Then they said, come and let us devise a plan against Yirmeyahu. For the Torah shall not perish from the priest, nor the counsel from the wise, nor the word from the prophet. Come and let us strike him with the tongue, and let us not listen to any of his words. Attend to me, O Yahuwah, and listen to the voice of my adversaries. Should good be repaid with evil? For they have dug a pit for my life. Remember that I stood before you to speak of good for them, and to turn away your wrath from them. So give the children over to scarcity of food, and the hand of them over to the power of the sword. Let their wives become widow and bereaved of their children. Let their men be killed to death, their young men be stricken by the sword in battle. Let them let a cry be heard from their houses when you bring a raiding party suddenly upon them. For they have dug a pit to take me, and lay snares for my feet. But you, O Yahuwah, you know all their counsel against me to slay me. Do not pardon their crookedness, nor blot out their sins from your presence, and let them be overthrown before you. Deal with them in the time of your displeasure. Hmm. Hmm. He's not playing around. He said, oh, you guys want to play? He said, okay. He said, I'll call a nuke, the father of all bombs. Foab. Okay. He said, wow. Wow. Wow, that was heavy. That was heavy. That was heavy. Just seeing it from it's oh my god. Spiritual warfare. It was like, okay, yeah, I want okay. Already you was out with the most high. You didn't want it. All right. You don't want to have the Sabbath. You don't want to start and obey the Sabbath. Oh, you want to kill me too? Okay. Santa Claus here on my location. On my location. Oh, y'all dug a pit for me? On my location. I'm sorry. That oh my gosh. All right. All right. All right. I'm sorry, big.
Just God is, I mean Yahweh, the Most High, is explaining to them how He's disappointed, and He's gonna show him how He's disappointed. He's trying to tell them like I control you, but I let you guys have free will. You guys are the clay in my hand. I can destroy you at any time. But y'all don't want to see it that way, so I'll show you. He's
Big, you
trying.
just opened me. I'm sorry, go
I was gonna say, and he's telling the messenger to let them know that they messed up.
ahead. Man, you just opened me up to another thing, Big. When you brought that part up, I was highlighting that. It's super dope how the Most High really sees us. He's so loving, right? Because really, like, if you look at it, he's saying in the Yirmeyahu 18th chapter, verse 1 through 4, right? The words which came to Yirmeyahu from Yahweh saying, arise and go down to the potter's house, and there I let you hear my word. So I went down to the potter's house and saw him doing a piece of work on a wheel. And the vessel that he made of clay was ruined in the hand of the potter. So he remade it into another vessel, and it seemed good to the potter to do. That was so heavy, right? Like, you know, I'm talking about most high moments. That was so heavy. He was like, okay, go down there and go look at a potter. Watch what he's doing. He was making something, it broke, it was ruined. So he made something and he was like, okay, this seemed good. That's us. He made a first, it got ruined. Like the story's not changing. Okay, yeah, some other beings came down. All right, I get you. Right? But seems like so this vessel, this iteration, I had I had Cain and Abel. They slew Abel. Now I got Seth. That it's the same, like it's the same energy, the same story. Right? I had these group of people. I had to flood them out. Now I got Noah. The same, like we gotta choose this. The are we the good? Are we the? We gotta make ourselves that good. We gotta be part of him helping his hand and being just open to be formed into the men, into the kings, administrators, shepherds he wants us to be. Right? Because it's all that's. This is not for everybody. It's clear. But for his children, you are the leaders. We all older men. We all the bigger brothers. There's certain response. It's just as bigger brothers we got. We don't want them. We got them. And there's a way. If you hold that down right, you will be blessed for that. And that's in the house, sires. That's treating your siblings as royalty because you are. That's creating an air of nobility because the Most High is in there. We walk away like we almost walk holding Yaya's crown like it was his crown. We just walking in it. We could be one of the 144 if we're disciplined. So I remember they were telling me hard work be talent when talent don't work hard. Some people could have the bloodline, but we just stay so hard in the family business. We run in the family business in the ways of the Most High, though. How he would want us to do with love and compassion. So I see Uncle Jonesy, I don't smash him. Oh, blah blah blah. Nah, it's love. Oh, it's love and compassion. We won't ever do the living thing again, but that's past us. Came for mercy. I came for compassion. I want to be in. I want to be in that land. I want to see my loves there. But our job is not to stop till we get there. And how you run your leadership. We are all micro kings, shepherd kings, priestly kings. We're jewels in somebody else's crown. And we are warriors of this word. As this is warfare. They don't describe this as anything light. I mean, there's not no 100 virgins waiting for you. That's not part of it. It's if you can't stay with the footmen, how you gonna handle the horsemen, the cavalry? just have to be fit. Fit. Shoot. 47 minutes left.
On Yirmeyahu chapter 18, verse 1. Look now on it.
Wow.
It's a curveball. It's like a 90-mile-per-hour curveball into the dirt. That was a good one, sir. Changed the pitch and lined up. That was funny. So, yeah. Yeah.
Now we all got five.
All right.
Thus said Yahweh, go and get a potter's earthen jug, and take some of the elders of the people and some of the elders of the priests. Then you shall go out to the valley of the son of Hinnom, which is by the entry of the potsherd gate, and shall proclaim there the words that I speak to you, and shall say, hear the word of Yahweh, O sovereigns of Yehuda and inhabitants of Jerusalem. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel. See, I am bringing evil to this place, that makes the ears tingle of all who hear it, because they have forsaken me, and have profaned this place, and have burned incense in it to other mighty ones whom neither they, their fathers, nor the sovereigns of Yehuda have known. And they have filled this place with the blood of the innocents, and have built the high places of Baal, to burn their sons with fire, for ascending offerings to Baal, which I did not command or speak, nor did it come into my heart.
Therefore, see, the days are coming, declares Yahweh, that this place shall no more be called Topheth, or the valley of the sons of Hinnom, but rather the valley of slaughter. I shall pour out the counsel of Yehuda and Jerusalem in this place. I shall make them fall by the sword before their enemies, and by the hands of those who seek their lives. And I shall give their corpses as meat for the birds, excuse me, meat for the birds of the heavens, and the beasts, and for the beasts of the earth. Then I shall make this city a ruin and a hissing. Everyone who passes by it is appalled and hisses because of all its plagues. I shall make them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters, and eat one another's flesh in the siege and in the distress with which their enemies and those who seek their lives distress them. Shall break the jug before the eyes of the men who go with you.
And shall say to them, thus says Yahuwah of hosts, even so I break the people, even so I break this people and this city, as one break a potter's vessel, which one is unable to repair again, and let them bury them in Tophet till there is no place to bury. This is what I shall do to this place, declares Yahuwah. And it is, and to its inhabitants, so as to make the city like Tophet, and the house of Jerusalem and the house of the sovereigns of Yehuda shall be as unclean as the place of Tophet, because of all the house on whose roofs they have burned incense to all the hosts of the heavens, and poured out drink offerings to other mighty ones. And Yirmeyahu returned from Tophet, where Yahuwah had sent him to prophesy. He stood in the courtyard of the house of Yahuwah and said to all the people, thus says Yahuwah of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, see, I am bringing on this city and on all her towns all the evil that I have pronounced against it, because they have stiffened their necks so as to not hear my words. Hmm, hmm. It is city with that smackdown. It's, he is he is oh my god, he is universally smacking down. Okay, wow. It was a it was a game. I remember the guy. You can. It was like way before Call of Duty. I think it was Call of Duty. You can just pinpoint. That was one of the things. You just pinpoint with a pen and send a tactical in there. It was guy on the ground that did that. That's what that part felt like. Like Yirmeyahu was on the ground, like, all right, he's running his missions, prophesied to people like, look, guys, just keep these Sabbath days, live lawfully. Come on, man, we don't gotta go wild, man. Like, yeah, I don't gotta do this Christmas thing, man. It's just not really a thing, man. You don't gotta celebrate it, man. You don't gotta sing Christmas carols, man. You don't gotta go. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta do Halloween, man. You don't gotta go trick or treating, man. Don't do that. Don't give energy to that. Like, you don't gotta do Easter. What you talking about? Easter's not what it is, bro. You don't have to do that. Like, don't. Matter of fact, don't do that. You guys don't do that. They just say, okay, well, you're gonna get smacked down like that city. Just that simple. Big.
I just feel like this chapter was talking about America or like
Mm.
the world in general. Cause, but I know it's not. But at the same time, like back on that clay thing, like he doesn't ever destroy the clay. He just takes a piece of it and rebuild it so it's still the same exact clay. So it's like, dang, when are we gonna learn? We it's been going the same exact thing till now, and everything is in the Bible. Like he doesn't want you to worship anything but him, and everybody's still doing it because they're afraid to read the Bible.
That was heavy. That was super dope. That was yeah, that potter's vessels. Yeah, that analogy. Shoot,
Like
you gonna have to come. Go ahead, big. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, even like when the flood happened, he still ain't destroyed the clay.
Mm.
He's still not trying to destroy the clay now. He's still trying to save people. Like, bruh, don't let me throw away my clay. I need one of y'all to do good.
At least try. Come on, baby, try.
Fuck.
Go this way. Go this way.
He said, alright,
I'm sending
Yirmeyahu,
people
since
this
you the
time.
only one, I need you to go try and save people before I end them.
Look how even big. You see how you pointed. You see how you pointed on similarities. Like he's always seen the like. I'm gonna give y'all a chance. I'm gonna send these guys to you. Don't like if you hurt them, I'm gonna hurt you. But listen to what they say. I'm gonna give y'all simple things. Yeah, remember the Ten Commandments? I made it simple for y'all. I made it simple.
Facts.
Just follow these things. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even like it get deeper. Like they talk about the 613. Yeah, but it's not for everybody. Like there's things for daughters, there's things for moms, there's things for fathers. Like it's not for like it's simple. 600. There's look at your law book in your country. There's probably more than six. There's probably 1,000 different laws, right? There's 13 amendments. You know what I'm saying? And then some. And then they doing things that I mean, like y'all not getting crazy over that. But this is the world. Like this is the part of the earth, right? I'm not gonna say the world, part of earth that we're meant to rule over. Because they will get that. These will be people in his city living by those laws, moving by those guidelines, getting filled by that living water, that foundation of living water. So like now you can see like, okay, all right, big, I get you with the 40 days. You showing that you have enough strength over your body and desires that yeah. And while you're in there, you wasn't just thinking, oh, you was with the most high, you was with Yahya, you was in that realm. You wasn't studying Buddha. You wasn't using that time to go sit there and study Confucius and study Michael what's that guy Martin Michael Luther King, right? You wasn't in there Michael King, which I call Martin Luther King. You wasn't in there. You was in there focused. So that elevated your spiritual sword and your understanding your armor to a next level. And you can see the differences. Like you can see like that's like somebody going to the gym and getting brolic and they can see it. Like, ooh, I can see muscle now. Somebody working at a beat and they got it. They finally got it. It's a most high eureka moment. And it's all coming together. Like I'm seeing it how it just repeats itself. And that's what I'm saying. We're almost walking in time to where like almost how do I say this to make sense? Like there's a you in a and not to say a different time, but a different mentality, a different. It could be this way when you turn. It could be a same diamond, right? But when you turn it, the light bend it, it turn a little bit. It changes it. It shines a little different. You feel me? So like in your shining, you could make a mistake and you can continue to suffer. You can continue to stumble. Or the same person, I remember we talked about with Uncle Jonesy being in his right mind, getting all the right green lights, getting everything right, being on earth where your grass is growing. On earth, not like, oh, you gotta wait till die. No, on earth, you live in righteousness. This is not set for the people that listen. We talking about the people that didn't. The people that listen get to go tell the people that didn't, like, hey, I told you so. You see him? Like, that's why we have the saints. That's why they come. Yeah, that's why we have the. That's it. All matters. How you gonna? Who you gonna be when it's your time? Like this is a family. When it's your time to lead, and you leading now, what are you gonna do? King, shepherd king, priestly king, warrior king. What decisions? Knowing this, having wisdom and understanding with discernment. What are you gonna do with it? As you, if we give you a pot, if we give you a potter's vessel and the clay, what are you gonna make with it? Because this is for the living. This is not for the dead. That's why you gotta even fight the laziness inside of you. Because that's a dead
Facts.
philosophy.
It's a
I'll
devil.
do it tomorrow. Like we not promised tomorrow. You could die in your sleep, friend. Our Father is for the living. Like you could only get it when you up. You get the visions at night, but you get it when you up. Wake up and work. Like it's we work in the hereafter. We'll be ruling. We'll be nobles. You know what I'm saying? But then it's gonna be with work. You know what I'm saying? Because you sometimes you may want to smack somebody, but you gotta have composure, not to hurt them. You know what I'm saying? There was a time, guys. I want y'all to understand. They're trying to change history, but there was a time where Europe had people that looked more like us ruling. Yeah, they want to call them Moors and this and that and third, but they wasn't just Moors. That's why they have the King James version of the Bible. He was the only one that was a brother in the sense of the word. He was a melanated man. He was part of that bloodline. They were fighting over that. They were fight. They got lost. They started fighting each other. They started bringing in that's what like how the Catholic Church really got it in. These dudes started bringing in the Kabbalah, like they started bringing the Babylonian mystery school system into, and that's what they made Christianity with. That's why the worship of Tammuz and the cross, all the same. The pagan, the mother, father, God did. That's them. They fell from grace. That bubonic plague hurt them. But like when
Hmm.
people think about white people, what you call Caucasians, it wasn't like yo, they the beast. The beast is running it, but the earth don't want them. United States is dying as a country. It used to be the bread basket of they was making cotton. They was sugar canes. But as they slowly started to be on the land, it started to die. The land started to be like, yeah. They saying now they can't really have farms no more. They cows are dying. Like that means you wasn't meant to rule. That's not gonna last too long, friend. I'm telling you, when you in your right mind, when you walking in your blessing, understanding who your God is, understand the king and the family and the bloodline, the house we stand in, noble knights, shepherds, priestly kings. Trust and believe. You can walk into a place and your enemies will give up before you even think about fighting them. Or if they think about fighting you, we don't got a problem. We don't. Do we have a problem? No. You will be in a place where you, no dog, no animal, no beast, no arrow could attack you. Once you guys get it, I swear to you, once you guys become uncles and fathers, each of these things will make more sense. Because then, like, I know you got the dog, but like, if your dog does well, you reward it. That's easy. But like, imagine your child, or you imagine your nephews or your nieces, and then don't get caught up in that, right? Because that could lead to idolatry of yourself. But think about the Most High, like how a blessed of a father he is. Even though your father could be a piece of trash, but you in this, he'll get you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, yo. You don't have to go out for your father, but you can ruin your generation. That's the crazy part. So somebody in your generation, if you ruin it, somebody gonna have the wherewithal to get it back, to bring the blessing back. Because you see, if a nation, if a city just did the Sabbath, you wasn't gonna get conquered. That's what it was. That city, you went to the city, you already. I'm giving you an ultimatum, guys. Either do this. You guys were so deep into Christmas. You guys were so deep into worshiping on a Sunday. You couldn't go back to the Sabbath day to save your country, you save your city, state. Okay. Oh, y'all want to kill me? Oh, okay. Oh, because I'm talking too much trash for the Most High, huh? Making y'all feel bad, huh? Oh, I hurt your feelings, huh? Because that's what idolatry is. Your little feelings is hurt. Your little wooden cross didn't work on me. Your rosaries, none of that. Because that's not of the Most High. Your astral pose, none of that. Your little voodoo dolls, none of that worked. Take a lock of my hair, burn it. That's not gonna work. I walk with the God of the living. I don't rock with the God of the dead. And they will tell you, they will come at it, they will hide Baal, they will come at and tell you Saturn, they'll come back and tell you Kronos, they'll come back and tell you all these other people, Orion, they'll come back. But it's the same deity masquerading as something new. Go ahead. Okay. That's why now I don't even argue with people anymore. I'm like, oh, that's what you believe? Okay. All right. I tell some people I take the sword to a certain extent. And when I say I take the sword to a certain extent, it's like, look, as you speak to me and tell me what's going on in your world, I'm gonna tell you where I'm at with mine. Nothing bigger and better than the Most High. Yahya is the Son, and that's the gate I go through. It's that simple. Keep my Sabbath day holy, set apart. I honor my father, honor my mother. These other things, like right now, there's other things I'm fighting because I'm into it now. I'm on a higher level, so it's not just baby. Oh, we just follow the Ten Commandments. I'm higher in that. So that part where they talk about, do not steal, do not, say bear false witness. I gotta monitor that every day because Because I may be like, ooh, I'll just take this person. Oh man, this is just a pen. I like this pen. It's easy backslide like that, or forward slide right in it, face first, making sure like I honor my word, like I'm on that level with it. Do not lie on brothers, like yo, make it my artist. Like even with this Uncle Marvin thing, in my heart, I know if the Most High wanted to come together, it will. But it's not for me to be spiteful and scornful and hateful in between.
Hmm.
Because that revenge is for him. Vengeance is his. I just came to do your work, Father. And the more I'm here to focus on your work, the better my days are. I say the better my day. Big, I eat salmon and rice every day, and I love it every day. I could tell who's in the kitchen now because I'm like, okay, I don't know their names, but I'm like, this person like to make the fish kind of, the broth kind of this guy. This person like, I like when she's, I don't know who it is, but in my mind, I could sense the different hand, the different energy, and I pray for that hand and energy every time that you was thinking about the Most High when you made this. You was in that, and if not, let Him wash it away. We thinking about Him now. When I eat this, I'm content. And I'm so glad to be there. And he asked Pooh to even help me with my finance. Because it's not, I'm not living to idolatrize myself. I'm not living to catch up with the Joneses. I'm not living to keep up with the trends. Bump your trend. Am I okay? Am I eating well? Like those basic things. From there, everything else spurns. Basic, basic. And I thank the Most High for being in that position. So imagine you young warriors, you young shepherd, getting it in early, right focus, right vision, and walking into. You know how some people stress about what they're gonna do, what blah blah blah. You'll be walking into it. People gonna be like, man, you guys always planning on this? No, I just walk on into it. Moving as the Most High is making up around you. You just walking into it, and people thinking you're making it up in your own mind, and you're like, no, 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 the Most High. Don't play with me. Don't blow smoke up my. You know what? I don't need it. Air out. Exit only. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't try to flatter me, friend. Nope. The Most High. Don't even try to plant your. No, I ain't even. I know how the spiritual warfare works. You plant. I get. You plant that seed into me like, oh, look what I did, and I start going to ah. Yeah. Then it comes to Dollar Tree. Follows right next. Right next. So when I can get rid of the idolatry part, then that's easy not to be covetous of my brother's stuff because I'm not even looking at your stuff. I'm not. Yeah, it's no. It's listen. That's for you. The Most High gave you what He gave you. He gonna give me what He give me. Yeah. I don't even. And the adultery part, making sure that my heart's in a place where I'm not lustful, and it's a fight because the biggest battle you guys gonna face is your ego. He's with you since birth, or it, or whatever, because that could be corrupted. That could be like the pronoun game. Call me them, she, just to so you could pay attention to the ego, and they'll play with you because they are Luciferians. They need you to believe in their ego because then it takes you out of the kingdom, it takes you out of the land, take you out of your inheritance, and put you in the wild. The Most High was so dope, and still so dope, and is so dope. He he took people. Can you imagine people coming out of like that's like saying telling y'all, hey, leave Silver Spring and just come out here, just off faith. People gonna be like, man, you're a crip, dr. The wilderness. Okay, we'll do it. The Most High could build a city around you. Dry bones. Build a city around you. You heard? Build protections, walls, the whole nine to the T, and have you be a glowing, innocent child of light. Like there's sometimes I'm just glowing. Like I know these guys want to be my enemies, but I'm so it's so allowing the Most High to flow through me. It's almost the bleach thing now. It's almost at a level to where it makes it contagious. Like now you're clean. You lost that because you're really not a hater. You're just a fan on the left side. If you want to be on the left side, come on the right side. You're not really a hater. You're not really a hater. You're just a fan. Just come on. You just want to be seen, want to be noticed. Got it. You want to be heard. Okay, got it. Got it. Got it. Just come on. Come on. Come over to the right side. Come sit at the right hand of the right hand of the Most High. His right hand man. Come sit over here. Come rock with us. Come attempt. Let's go try out to be a part of the 144. Let's go try out. What would it hurt? Because if we start to face for that, where would we land? Somewhere closer to, somewhere closer to the house, the inner sanctum, and that's y'all more than mine. Because I got like David. David had King David had blood on his hand. He was a warrior. That's probably gonna be us, and so we can set it up for the next generation without the Solomon downfall of the woman. Letting the woman tell you how to believe. That part, I swear to you, my brothers, my beloved, that would be the quickest way you can go. You can get the Adam experience, because Adam was a flawed dude. He was weak. We all love the father. We all love our fathers, but he was weak. And let's not suffer his same mistake. Please, because he was weak. He was weak. And I'm just saying that because I can see why he's so weak. They are so beautiful. They are some beautiful creatures. Lord. What's happening? Okay. Shoot. I'm sorry. I took into your time.
No, it's fine. You basically said everything I was gonna say. So
He said ditto. With quotation marks in the air, big. He said ditto. Oh Lord. This kid's crazy. Oh boy, he got me off my numbers. Hold on. Oh my God. So two people will have six. No, sorry, I'm tripping. We all will have six.
3 people. There's 3 of us,
Dang,
right?
this is Pooh's Call of Duty numbers.
Oh my God. Wow, that's crazy. Wait, Big. Did you just catch that correlation you said?
Yeah.
That's crazy, you guys. Okay, all right. That's crazy how that. You see what I'm saying? Most high moments, like that's crazy how that came back to us, and we just noticed it. All right, I'm be quiet. I'm be quiet. Let me mention. I just.
And Pashur, son of Immer, the priest who was also chief governor in the house of Yahweh, heard that Yirmeyahu prophesied these words, and Pashur struck Yirmeyahu the prophet, and put him in the stocks that were in the high gate of Benjamin, which was by the house of Yahweh. And it came to be on the next day that Pashur brought Yirmeyahu out of the stocks, and Yirmeyahu said to him, Yahweh has not called your name Pashur, but Magor Misabib. For thus said Yahweh, see, I am making you a fear to yourself and to all your loved ones, and they shall fall by the sword of their enemies, while your eyes see it. And I shall give all Yehuda into the hand of the sovereign of Babel, And he shall exile them to Babel, and strike them with the sword. And I shall give all the wealth of this city, and all its labor, and all its valuables, and all the treasures of sovereigns of Yehuda, I give into the hand of their enemies, who shall plunder them, seize them, and shall bring them to Babel. And you, Pashur, and all who dwell in your house shall go into captivity, and enter into Babel, and there you shall die and be buried there, and you and all your loved ones to whom you have prophesied falsehood.
O Yahweh, you enticed me, and I was enticed. You are stronger than I, and have prevailed. I have been ridiculed all day long. Everyone mocks me. For when I speak, I cry out, proclaiming violence and ruin, as the word of Yahweh was made a reproach and a derision daily. Whenever I said, let me not mention him, or speak in his name again, it was in my heart like a burning fire shut up in my bones, and I became weary of back, holding it back, and was helpless. For I heard many mocking, fear on every side. Expose, expose, they say. Yes, let us expose him. All my friends watch for my stumblings. He might be lured away, so that we prevail against him, take our revenge on him. But Yahweh is with me like a mighty, awesome one. Therefore
Hmm.
my prosecutors shall stumble, and not prevail. They shall be greatly ashamed, for acted, they have not acted wisely. Everlasting reproach, never to be forgotten. Let O Yahweh of hosts, trying the righteousness, or trying the righteous, being the kidneys, and let me see your vengeance on them. For I have revealed my cause to you.
Singing to Yahweh. Praise Yahuwah, for he has delivered the being of the poor from the hands of the evil one. Cursed be the day in which I was born. Let the day not be blessed in which my mother bore me. Let the man be cursed who brought news to my father, saying, a male child has been born to you, making him very glad. And let that man be like the cities in which Yahuwah overthrew, and repent not. Let him hear the cries of the morning and the shouting at noon, because I was not slain from the womb, so that my mother should have been my burial site, and her womb forever great. Why did I come forth from the womb to see the toils and sorrow, and spend my days in shame? Yeah, yep, you. It is a part in this, right, where people be like, man, most I be going, he be wilding out on his people, man. There's a part where it just went too far. It's just too much, guys. You're gonna take one of my guys, you're gonna beat him up and lock him in your jail, whatever, or in your confines. Okay, all right. Sword come into your town, and you're gonna change your name. You said like you're gonna change your name. Whatever Margot Missabit means, it means loser. Gonna change your name. Hey, you done messed up. Permanently. It's in the books. It's in the books. Like, okay, that used to be your name. Oh, in your house. Oh, okay. And guess what? You ain't gonna go out easy. Your whole house. Remember, your father could mess up everything. Your whole house. That means your sons, your daughters. Y'all gonna be captain in Babel. Okay, y'all think it's cute. You know what they do over there in Babel, right? Yep. Man, boy, love. That's the thing they don't tell you all the time. Yeah, they do be burning babies. I got you. They evil with that. They be burning babies. They be doing putting children in fire. But they also have man boy relationships. Hmm. These guys are wicked. That's what they call mentorship. You torment the kid. You the tormentor, and you the mentor to you. You torment him. You put these things into this poor young man. But Hey, that's what you. Hey, okay, okay. We're gonna send them to Babel. All right, keep playing with the sword. You're gonna die in there. You're gonna leave luscious land. You're gonna go in that iron furnace, burning there. Play with us. We all have choices. We all are priestly kings. There's gonna be consequences for our choices. And when we could talk about good and bad, we talk about it from a biblical standpoint, not a person's ideology, not this guy worshiping of a cow one day and tomorrow he probably won't worship a frog. Who knows? Nah, this is where we stand, and this is what we stand on. So y'all want to say y'all stand on business? Yeah, we stand on scripture. Find out what you're gonna do, because you will like. There's gonna be people that fell. There's people that like. I want to take this Diddy situation and talk about it because from what I understand and from what I'm gathering, there's Babylonian mystery principles systems that they're using in the higher echelons of our society still. All of these things that we're talking about is still doing it. Blood sacrifice, drinking, all that stuff is still being done.
Yeah, they
They
even
just
caught Young Thug doing the goat sacrifice.
all of it. It's nothing new. I can't told us nothing is new under the sun. Everything you've seen has been done before. These guys, what they're doing is trying to hold on. Those people are more powerful than what they are now. Those people that are dealing in those practices. It's just now you're dealing with the watered down version. You are also getting weakened. You are also parts of y'all using up that wrong spiritual energy. Y'all getting weakened anyway. All y'all doing is adding y'all name in a pit of fire. That's all y'all did spiritually. So, hey, that's where you want to go just to gain earthly rewards. And guess what? It's man made. Earth, that's the part that kills. It's not even like earth. Guys, there's fruit that grows on a tree here. Just on a tree, just go pick coconuts and drink it and eat it if you want to. It's different energies. And this is what you want to venerate. This is the energy you want to bring your crystal through. You want to bring that vessel through. You want to bring Baal through you out to the world. You want to bring Saturn through you. You want to bring Orion through you. For what? So man-made, when I mean man-made, you got like, okay, these guys are giving you an Oscar. They're giving you a trophy. What's that? Okay, hey, if that's what your spiritual circle leads to, hey, by all means. But you scoff at me when I talk about the Most High. But you can ride this man. This man could be the king of, the god of, the goat of. That's Azazel, baby. Like y'all don't see that. Y'all still following the fallen. We're not even talking about the Nephilim yet. Y'all still following the fallen and their technology and what they taught y'all. It was futile then. It's futile now. He even caught them out. Y'all sitting on top of roofs trying to study the stars. I made those stars so it could look good. Y'all trying to figure out how to outsmart me. Y'all trying to get outside the plane. They still can't break out the firmament. Trying to tell you they went to different places. The firmament. What's he? Earth is his footstool, right? Like he puts his foot on it. So I can't tell you how free I feel to understand that I am part of something great only when I tap into that vibration and stay in that. I think I was talking to Pooh one day. I was like, man, I feel like I'm not feeling in the spirit right now. I feel like I fell out of it. Did something. I'm starting to catch myself like falling out of that spirit. I, big. You'll understand it more. It's like feeling invincible, but being humble enough to understand that pain hurts.
Yeah.
But walking through life, just like hi, okay, walking right through it. right through it. Big.
What got me was when he bless you. When Yahweh was like in Yirmeyahu chapter 20, verse 4. For thus said Yahweh, see, I am making you a fear to yourself and to all your loved ones, and they shall fall by the sword of their enemies, while your eyes see it. And I shall give all Yehuda into the hand of the sovereign of Babel, and he shall exile them to Babel and strike them with the sword. So to me, it feels like Yahweh was just like, oh, y'all want to worship Babel? Well, go ahead, have them. And he's just showing how evil he is. Like, what? Why were y'all doing that? Don't ask me why y'all going through that. This is what y'all wanted.
Mm.
And then once they get that, you already know they gonna try to repent. God gonna forgive them like He always does. But then it's just like, bro, why do you want to keep going through that? I said heaven on earth, but you want to have hell on earth with Babel. All right, it's on y'all.
Shoot.
Yeah, you know me. Feels so
So you better have your money like ODB. Yeah, that was super dope what y'all brought into the table. Super dope that we got a chance to learn a little bit more about who we are and where we're going. Because that's the thing, looking at things from reverse in that rowboat, looking at your past is already, it's already but in front of you, future's behind you. Yeah, rowing through, rowing through. So conclude this Sabbath reading. Really eye opening. Also, it was just deeper into more the rational of being more of a man that's about wisdom, justice, integrity, understanding, compassion. Because as a leader, they needed Yirmeyahu, but they were so gone, they just lost the sight. They just lost the glory. They were so lost into idolatry. They just would rather kill him to shut him up because what he's talking about just being better people.
Love
He
one
was just saying to
another.
yourself, exactly. Stop doing what you're doing. They were so enticed with what they were doing. They would rather kill him, lock him up, beat him up. Just be like, man, just shut up all that. Man, stop all that Yahweh Torah, man. What you, man? Ain't Chuck acknowledge? So upset with that. It was striking the higher principles, really. It was striking the inner demons, really. That it had them lose out in the long run, right in front of them, right in front of their eyes, right to Babylon to be captive. And it's crazy, like they left the people that didn't know any better. So all of these, like for instance, all of these guys are supposed to be trend treaders or trendsetters or influencers, right? Just in y'all era, these guys are supposed to be influencers. Let's say they ran astray, did what they wasn't supposed to do, led the people wrong. The people that followed them, they're gone down to the people that did what they did. But there was a remnant of people that had no clue, that just didn't care. Like, I wasn't even paying attention to it. I wasn't even watching the news. I didn't even vote. They stayed. That's a, they were considered dumb. They were considered like they didn't know any better. But even them, the dumb, the one that didn't know any better, got a chance to stay. It was heck, but they didn't have to go into Babylon. They didn't have to go into exile because it was heck, and there was a when I'm talking about exile, like that's that Daniel era, like that's Daniel. That has now you see how people battle them while they were in Babylon.